Antoine drives to his hometown with his daughter Luna, his best friend Lauren, and Lauren's daughter Marie. Upon arrival, the teens complain about the place being too remote. Lauren tells them to stop acting like typical members of their generation, though he admits he's uneasy around Antoine's gun collection. Luna says she loves firearms, which excites her father as he looks forward to teaching her how to shoot. Still, he decides she's not ready to learn just yet, and she mocks him by pointing the unloaded weapon at him. Lauren then claps loudly, startling Antoine. The girls head to their room and scream when they discover a dead rat. Lauren checks and confirms it's already dead, jokingly teasing them with the carcass before disposing of it. Meanwhile, Antoine visits the family cemetery to mourn his deceased relatives. Later, the teenagers desperately search for a phone signal, while Lauren contentedly tidies up. He encourages them to enjoy real life and then plays loud music to lift their spirits. The girls begin dancing with him, and their mood improves. However, the good vibes fade when Antoine returns to inform them that Luna's mother won't be joining them. The teen asks how he contacted her, so he explains there's reception near the family grave. Marie finds it creepy that there's a cemetery on the property, yet the teens still go there to use their phones. They soon learn that Marie's crush, Roma, is also on the island. Because of this, they ask for permission to meet up with friends that evening. However, when they mention they'll be picked up on scooters, Antoine firmly refuses, worried about possible accidents. As a compromise, he insists they return before 1:30 a.m. and says he'll arrange a cab for them instead. Later, while making their beds, the girls talk about Roma. Luna thinks he's too childish for Marie, explaining she wants someone with whom she can have intellectual conversations, while still being funny and attractive. Marie believes those qualities don't matter right now since she isn't trying to settle down. Her friend, on the other hand, dreams of finding her one true love, so Marie teases her about being a hopeless romantic, and Luna initiates a pillow fight. That evening, the fathers hire a cab to take their daughters to and from the city. They also remind the girls they're not allowed to go clubbing, unaware that the teens change clothes once out of sight. Throughout all this, Antoine remains anxious about letting Luna out. He consoles himself with the thought that she would likely tell her mother if something happened with a guy. Lauren stresses that fathers must protect their daughters, but Antoine is uncomfortable with the idea of his daughter becoming sexually active, trying to convince himself that she's still just a child. Meanwhile, Marie and Luna are at a club with Roma and his friend Theo. Things escalate quickly as Marie and Roma start making out, while Theo attempts to charm Luna. She continually dodges his advances. Back at the house, the fathers talk while playing games. Lauren opens up about his divorce, admitting he regrets it because of how it affects Marie. Antoine doesn't believe the teen is that bothered, but still finds it disheartening to build something over years only to end up alone again. Later, the girls get drunk and have fun taking pictures, though Luna accidentally exposes a bit too much. As their curfew nears, their fathers grow increasingly worried. To their dismay, the girls return on scooters with the guys. Antoine immediately scolds them, especially when he notices their changed outfits and that they've been drinking. The next day, the group goes canyoning at Lovers Falls. Luna refuses to do the activity with her dad since it's meant for couples. Instead, she descends the canyon with Lauren, who reassures her when she gets nervous. The two begin to bond, with Luna starting to view him in a different light. Later, while everyone is removing their wetsuits, Lauren notices Luna revealing too much. Rather than covering herself, she looks at him flirtatiously, though he tries to avert his gaze. That evening, they head into town for dinner. Luna begs her father to let her attend a club party with Marie, emphasizing that a famous DJ will be performing. Lauren permits Marie since she's older, which upsets Luna because her father still refuses. Just then, Antoine spots Linda, a woman he met on the boat ride to the island. Hoping to spend time with her, he finally allows Luna to go clubbing, on the condition that Lauren accompanies them. This gives him time alone with Linda. Left with no other choice, Lauren brings the girls to the club, while Antoine talks with Linda. Lauren hangs back to observe them from a distance, but ends up attracting another woman and begins flirting. Luna sees this and becomes jealous. She approaches Lauren and asks him to take them home, claiming they're drunk. He hesitates, still interested in the woman, but ultimately agrees and goes to find Marie. Meanwhile, Antoine takes Linda to a bar, ignoring a call from his wife. The two flirt throughout the night, but Linda becomes wary when she notices he's still wearing his wedding ring. Antoine explains that his marriage is falling apart, prompting Linda to ask how he'd feel if his wife were also out with another man. When Marie returns, she tells Lauren she wants to go somewhere else before heading home. She's still intoxicated, but her father doesn't argue. Luna then offers to go back home with him, and with no other option, Lauren trusts his daughter to make it back alone. So she leaves. Later, Antoine takes a taxi back home while calling his wife, only to discover that she's also at a bar. Remembering what Linda said about his wife possibly seeing someone else, he vents that she's out enjoying herself while he's left taking care of their daughter. Just then, the cab halts as a wild boar obstructs the road. He steps out and discovers that the animal has damaged his fence, prompting him to grab his gun to track it down. Meanwhile, Luna gets Lauren even more intoxicated in an attempt to persuade him to go partying with her. Once he's worn out, she delays things by suggesting they take a swim at the beach. He declines since he's drunk, but the girl strips off her clothes anyway. This makes him uneasy, so he attempts to look away as Luna dips into the water. She keeps coaxing him to join her, and eventually he gives in. The teenager seizes the moment to kiss her friend's father, but he instantly pulls away. They return to the shore, where Lauren reprimands her. She apologizes, saying that with her parents' marriage falling apart, she's been feeling lost about love lately. She admits she feels safe around him and confides in him. With that, she kisses him once more, and despite his refusal, she continues, leading to an intimate encounter. Afterward, a conflicted Lauren drives with a cheerful Luna sitting beside him. They arrive home to find Antoine holding a gun. The man explains the situation with the boar, but becomes furious upon learning that Lauren let Marie go off on her own. The next morning, Lauren reflects on what happened the previous night when Luna surprises him with a kiss. He warns her that what occurred between them was reckless, but she simply teases him and walks away. She then joins Antoine and Marie for breakfast. Marie notices Luna wearing her father's shorts. Later, in their room, she confronts her about it. Luna claims she found them in her luggage and thought she could borrow them. Though Marie doesn't buy the explanation, she lets it go. Later, the men go into town to purchase an electric fence for the boar. They eventually meet their daughters at the beach. Luna tricks Lauren into applying lotion on her, subtly guiding his hand to touch somewhere else. To resist temptation, Lauren jumps into the water, but Luna follows him. Marie observes the interaction, keeping a close eye on them. She doesn't hear Lauren rejecting her friend in the water. Luna insists they're in love and attempts to get close again, but Lauren pushes her away. That afternoon, Lauren sets up the electric fence while Antoine has another heated phone call with his wife, who still refuses to come join them. As Antoine tries to comfort his friend, Lauren attempts to mention Luna's behavior, but Antoine, preoccupied with his own issues, thanks him for being a loyal friend, leaving Lauren feeling even more guilty. Later, Lauren finds Marie getting dressed to go out. He scolds her for constantly leaving, but she drops a subtle hint by saying his shorts are in her room, implying she knows about him and Luna. Alarmed, Lauren doesn't push the matter further. That night, Luna visits Lauren again. He tries to push her away, but she threatens to scream for her father. Frightened, he allows her to stay in his room as long as she doesn't touch him. By morning, Lauren wakes up to find her curled up beside him. He tells her to leave quickly since Marie is arriving and would notice she's missing. Luna, however, enjoys lying next to him like they're a real couple. She refuses to go until he admits his feelings. When Lauren hears Marie nearby, he has no choice but to say, "I love you," to his friend's daughter. Satisfied, Luna leaves, not realizing Marie saw her coming out of her father's room. Furious, Marie goes to bed without saying a word. Later, Luna confesses her feelings about Lauren. Disgusted, Marie calls her immoral and brands her father a creep before storming off, leaving Luna in tears. Hearing his daughter's outburst, Lauren peeks into the bedroom and finds Luna crying. She insists she loves him, but he says nothing and simply walks away, making her sob harder. Soon, Antoine finds Marie asleep on the couch. When he questions her, she snaps at him. Frustrated, he tells Lauren to discipline his daughter. Fearing she might reveal the truth, Lauren agrees and checks on her, only to find her crying in the bedroom. Meanwhile, Antoine makes breakfast and asks Luna if she's spoken to her mother. She says she knows about the separation and that her mom is already looking for a new place so they can move. Lauren overhears Antoine yelling and thinks Luna told him about what happened between them. Mustering his courage, he approaches Antoine, only to discover the argument is actually about his wife moving out. Later, Luna pressures Lauren into taking her on a jet ski ride. As payback, he drives recklessly to frighten her. However, from Marie's perspective, it appears they're just enjoying themselves. Antoine joins Marie by the shore and expresses concern, assuming she's upset due to the divorce. She doesn't deny it, so he believes he's right. That evening, the group plays card games. Marie notices Luna trying to flirt by playing with Lauren's leg. To irritate her, she mentions Lauren's recent hookup. Soon, Roma arrives, and Marie leaves with him. Luna also steps away from the game. Antoine takes the opportunity to call his wife, leaving Lauren and Luna alone. Luna questions their relationship. Lauren reminds her that she's not his partner, prompting her to kiss him. He grabs her and firmly states that nothing exists between them. Heartbroken, the teenager storms off in tears. Feeling rejected and lonely, Luna turns to her father for comfort. In the morning, she approaches him for advice, admitting that she's fallen in love. Antoine becomes alarmed upon realizing his daughter has been involved with a man, so he asks who abandoned her after sleeping with her. The teenager hints that it's an older man, enraging him even more. Lauren and Marie overhear them arguing, which makes Lauren uneasy. However, when he fails to act, his daughter calls him pathetic before walking away. When Antoine gives up trying to talk to Luna, he takes Lauren out to vent about what he's discovered. He asks for his help in identifying the man who took advantage of his teenage daughter. Upon returning home, Lauren scolds Luna for putting him at risk with her father. She calls him a coward for not telling the truth, which offends him deeply, so he walks away. Meanwhile, Antoine finds Marie alone and sits with her to check in. However, the girl catches on and claims she doesn't know who Luna's boyfriend is. Later, he asks Lauren to coax the truth out of his daughter, believing she trusts him more. Just then, Luna drops off her bag for them to watch before heading to the beach. This gives Antoine a chance to check her phone, despite Lauren's objections. Fortunately, the phone has a passcode, and to prevent his friend from guessing it, Lauren promises to speak to her that evening. That night, Lauren takes Luna out to have a talk, but she seems more interested in how much it feels like a date. She even shows him a photo she posted of them together on Facebook, laughing as he begs her to take it down. He warns her that her father is already furious and intends to hurt the man who touched her. Hearing this, the teen asks if he would have loved her if she were older and not his best friend's daughter. Lauren evades the question, saying that's not the point. He insists on pretending nothing happened and reminds her that her father is his closest friend. Elsewhere, Antoine hears a boar squealing in the distance. When Lauren and Luna return home, they hear a gunshot. They find Antoine celebrating because he scared the boar away, though he's frustrated that the electric fence failed. Uninterested, Luna heads to her room, prompting her father to speak with Lauren. Lauren claims she's only lying about being with an older man to provoke her father. Antoine remains unconvinced and presses him for more details, so Lauren lies and says the DJ from the other night might know. Immediately, Antoine becomes furious, declaring that he's going to kill the man. Lauren clarifies that he only thinks the DJ might have information, but this doesn't calm Antoine. They head to the club, where Lauren desperately tries to prevent his friend from doing anything rash. Despite his efforts, Antoine corners the DJ in the restroom and assaults him. Lauren intervenes just in time for the DJ to announce that he's actually attracted to men, not women. This finally convinces Antoine to back down, though he blames Lauren for the misunderstanding. Lauren argues that he merely said the DJ might know something, but when the angry father continues to berate him, Lauren shoves him and yells. The two eventually make it back home, just in time for Antoine to hear the boar again. He quickly grabs his gun and fires, only to realize he's accidentally shot the neighbor's dog. Racked with guilt, they bury the animal in the woods. The next morning, Antoine apologizes for his reckless actions. Lauren assures him it's all right. However, when the neighbor later comes by looking for his dog, the men lie, claiming they haven't seen it. The neighbor also notices the damage to their garden and complains that the boar ruined his plants too. He then joins Antoine in planning to hunt the animal. Overhearing this, Marie calls them twisted for wanting to harm the creature and storms off. When her father follows, she finally confronts him about Luna. Lauren apologizes, insisting that it wasn't what he wanted. Still, his daughter is appalled by his actions. Later, a group of men from town heads into the woods to hunt the boar. During this time, Antoine reflects on the mistakes that may have driven both his wife and possibly Luna away. He even recalls flirting with Linda the other night, convincing himself he's a terrible person. Mustering up the courage, Lauren admits they're both at fault, finally confessing that he was the one who slept with his daughter. Antoine instantly tackles him and beats him up. At sunset, Antoine joins the others as they load the hunted boars into their trucks, leaving Lauren to walk back home alone. Later that night, Luna finally admits to Marie that she deceived her father. However, her friend argues that her dad should have acted more responsibly. When Lauren arrives home, bruised and silent, he begins packing both his and his daughter's things. Despite everything, the men spend the night lost in thought about everything that's happened. By morning, they hear the girls return with their dates. The women notice their father's injuries, but when asked what happened, Antoine tells them they were simply waiting for them, signaling that he's forgiven both Luna and Lauren. Still, the teenage girl looks at Lauren with affection, though it's clear she understands that her summer fling must now come to an end.